I'm gonna label this video specifically for Noah and Patrick. Have to talk to you guys and guys, sons. If you believe that life is eternal and the source of life is infinite, and that you have faith in that infinite source, you can help there be an eternal existence between people's marriages and having children that's really beautiful. If you believe that, keep listening to this video feed. If you don't, just turn it the fuck off. There ain't shit I can do for you, and you can't help me do anything to help that all be true. Okay? So you gotta understand, guys, when they took me to Sierra Vista, it was, everything they do is for a reason. And everybody in charge of the money has, unlimited access into your house, especially if you're poor, and can use money and technology to manipulate people into doing all kinds of crap that they want them to do. And it's not intelligent, it's not brave, it's not courageous, it's not kind, but they do it because they're doing it because they still can, and it's, just because you can do something doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Just because you can do something doesn't mean it's going to help us live beautiful lives, intelligent lives, and respectful and caring and just really amazing lives. It's just because you can do something, it doesn't mean you should. If you can create a drone to spy on a hot girl's, masturbating in her bedroom, but to a guy that's hotter than you, but you can do it. Should you? No, but they do, right? And that's the way these guys are. And you ever seen that show, The Big Bang Theory? Now, imagine that there's a guy that's really intelligent, a good jock, but refuses to be a jock because they're too aggressive, violent, selfish, and he just wants to be a good person, just marry a kind woman and love her and have kind kids, and then just try to hopefully teach people just to be better people, and then he hopes it'll work. Then you gotta now imagine that his story is in a lot of documentation through religious corporations, based on real stories of real people that get manipulated by corporations to turn them into selfish, manipulative assholes that have lots of money and the ability to get scientists that can do stuff. They should, most likely not, but they do. And so you get the guys like King Charles that can hire the best scientists to maintain his social position, to feel powerful and be able to manipulate people so he can still be the king of England. And none of us are living the perfection and the linguistics and the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer. You just imagine that kind of thing. And you got to imagine that they could take these people and they could take your child and they could know through the science project who your child is physically attracted to, if they've had emotional and intimate relationships with these people's genetic sequences or their relatives, and they could put them in foster care and then develop a sexual relationship between your daughter and the people they put her in foster care with, and she would feel vulnerable and guilty about it and never tell anybody, okay, to make you feel, to isolate you and abuse you. And then you do the right thing every day, and they torture you and torture you and torture you and isolate you and torture you, and you don't get any real rewards from it. They give you little glimpses of hope, and then they fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. And that's the type of people we're dealing with. This is the type of people in Japan and in China and the United States and all through Europe. Jealous, envious little shits that use the egos of jocks that are cocky and arrogant and think their dick is God's gift to women, and the women they have sex with who think you're just jealous because I don't want to fuck you. It's like, everybody wants to fuck you that's crazy, but no one in their right mind wants to be in a affectionate, faithful relationship with you because you're not fucking capable, okay? If you can imagine, like, say, Noah and Patrick, your wives, if your wives were manipulated from the time they were kids by military scientists, and then went, no matter how hard you tried to be a good husband, and went and had sex with all the special forces guys in your community, and then they passed around on chat rooms and everybody talked to you about it, and you had the capacity to physically kill them with your bare hands, but you didn't do that because you love children and want them to live the peace of the love commands of someone like Lord Jesus. And you know, if you kill them with your bare hands, you're going to go to prison, become incarcerated, and then you'll become part of their, doing, and not the doing of a faithful, courageous, kind, loving person that has the ability to protect children from perverts and has to endure all kinds of perverse abuse from them, so the children will have a good, eternal example and shining light of how to be a faithful person, regardless of how perverts and jealous and our narcissistic, egotistical, God's gift to women dickheads treat you, right? So you got to try to put yourself in a situation of a really good person who's been the spiritual essence of a really good person in people that are similar to him for 10,000 years. Okay. And the jocks are all jealous of him because he's not a cocky, arrogant, it's all about me, buy my products and suck my dick, bitch. And the geeks are all jealous of him because he's more intelligent than them, because he's a more reliable source of faithful communication and will use his talents and abilities to be the top manipulator or the top, I'm the super dunking dick sucker of all dick sucker, dust suck my dick, see what I'm saying? And so selfish people are always going to be jealous of unselfish people, because if the truth comes out, no one's going to want to be like the unselfish person anymore, and everybody's going to want to emulate and be like the unselfish person. Do you understand, guys? So I hope so. And if you could still love and forgive your spouse if she was manipulated by these selfish people, even though she was absolutely horrible to you, would you do that? If she slept around on you, laughed at you, told you you're just jealous because she's had more sex with more people in 1 year than you've had your whole life, and you're stuck at home with the kid and you're just jealous, and it's like, no, I stay at home with the kid because idiots at bars. Okay, never mind. You try to explain to her, and you on a subconscious level, that the military is watching this is going down as historic documents and records that people will be cognizant of and understand to not commit egregious mistakes of bad thinking, language, and action till the end of time. And you're kind of rooting for your wife to say, baby, do you understand? Okay, baby, please don't say that in front of people. Okay, it happens with your sister, your dad, almost all your family. You explain to them 2 and 2 is 4, life's eternal, grace is infinite. No, Jesus is my God, and he's going to kill you and send you to a magic place where he tortures you eternally because you won't accept him as your God either. And you're like, you said that in front of people. People are the scientists are okay. And it's really frustrating. Could you still keep loving them and being patient with them and asking and constantly trying to get them to see life in a more intelligent, better light every day, instead of just screaming and yell at them, go, you stupid fucking idiot. I've tried my whole life to stop you from acting like a fucking retarded cow, and every time I talk to you, you act like a fucking retarded cow again. Could you do that with your sister? If every time you talk to her, she looked at you, rolled your eyes and said, oh, so you're saying you're Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary, that they have documentation in the book of Revelation to say that that's most likely you? And I go, yeah. It's like, I'm not saying I'm the goddamn, even though I am the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and Tooth Fairy, but I'm not saying I'm exclusively Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. Lots of dads are. Sometimes it's just moms, single moms, So, I love you guys. Hang in there. If you pay attention to this and you understand it, good. You're a good son. If you ignore it and act like I'm being stupid, maybe you'll get better. I'll still love you. You don't have to be a good person and an intelligent person for me to love you. I just can't trust you or like you very much. But I'll always love you, okay? And I hope you can stand up to protect children from all these selfish perverts with me someday. And hopefully that day will come soon. And let's just put better thoughts into better language and action so children can live the perfection of the linguistics and the applications of physics of the Lord's Prayer, so we can all just have really beautiful lives. And, if you were given this position to do what I'm doing, would you do it too? Because you would know how much, why I do it. It's because it's how much I love you and your mommies. Okay? And my family. Okay. I love you guys. All right? Bye.